Tomorrow Pictures.
The story is in the telling.
We're the real hot chicks doing tough things. As her trainer, I can tell you the biggest problem we've had in her career is her inability to focus. I see things that should give Jackie more edge. The only thing that's really thrown off that edge a little bit is Jackie's father passing, so as long as she can focus. That's the thing about, for her father, it really shouldn't interfere unless it just throws her off completely because she's angry or frustrated or guilty or hurt. You know, the guilt would drive me insane. That's one of the worst things I ever experienced in my life. I'd rather be hurt than hurt somebody because that's worse. I can beat myself up much worse than somebody else.
You know, the pressure I put on myself is it is my biggest fight.
There was a moment, like the first probably 20 seconds of the fight, it was like, oh God.
Hey! Focus, Jackie! Come on, let's use that jab! Come on, Jackie! That's it!
One thing I can tell you about working the corner as a trainer, I mean, I get just as nervous before the fight as, in fact, maybe a little bit more than when I was fighting. When you're fighting, you have the ability to go release that stress through physical activity. You can go fight and that helps get some of the stress off, but when you're just soaking up the stress and there's no exit, it's kind of stressful, you know, in a higher level. So it makes me more nervous being the trainer and plus I can't control what happens in there. I can to a certain extent, but I can't control the outcome.
No need to run from her. She's not being overly aggressive just like before. She's already a little tired. She's not going to last. You're going to last, okay? But I need you to keep your feet on the ground and keep your balance and calm down.
I remember my very first fight vividly, and I got out there in the ring and I was frozen. Like, I just stood there for probably the first 45 seconds. And I remember that girl caught me with a wild punch, but it landed clean right below my eye. And it woke me up, and I thought, oh, hell no, we're not having this.
I think that a lot of her drive comes from her father, and he's been a driving force in her life. You know, you got to be able to believe solidly in yourself and in what you're doing, and that takes really people that love you and encourage you and believe in you and make you feel good about yourself. But to have people that beat you down and make you feel like a loser and you think they're a loser and you say that anger is going to motivate me to do something great. I mean, it'll motivate you to get busy, but it's not going to be the element that takes you over the edge to win, because in the end that's going to hold on to, it's like you're climbing, it's holding onto your foot and you can't get over the wall, it's baggage. And the win is going to be when you look over on the other side and you see how much more love there is over there, you know, and you can leave that behind.
She started the fight and she when they were holding on to each other, and Terry kept screaming just push and jab, and she didn't do that for a few times. And then there was some moment when she started doing that, when she would push her opponent and she will jab and she will catch her, and then she could punch, and she could see that's working. Once she started doing that, and once she got back into it and she started hearing what Terry was saying, I knew she got it.
I need you to slip and throw an uppercut right up the middle, okay? Or slip and throw the hook. Yes, sir. Or slip and throw the hook. Just get in there and do it, but don't wait. Don't let her come on you. Crack her on the outside. You could knock her out this round. She's ready to go. She's going to come out hard the first 10 seconds. You be jabbing and moving. She's going to come out hard the first 10 seconds, right? Jabbing and moving. Last round, baby, okay? When you're fighting, you're fighting. You think about what combinations we're going to throw, what counters we're going to throw, how we're going to beat them. I mean, for me, when I fought, I was vicious. I wanted to destroy him. I wanted to hit him with the right hand in the chest so hard that their sternum would break and they'd lay on the floor withering. I mean, that's what any kind of fighter thinks those kind of things. It's awful, but you're really not that violent. That's why they hug each other in the end, because you might think all these things. I want to do this. Do I really want that to happen? No. But those are the things that women think when they're in the ring, because their soul is there ready to be humiliated. But they're also there ready to get all the glory that they ever wanted.
From Decatur, Alabama, Jackie.
When they announced the decision, because I had been holding everything in, and I was just, all of a sudden it's like everything, it's like topped off, and I was like, all right, I got to get out of here. So I went back to the dressing room, and I don't think at that point anyone had known about my father.
This is Tomorrowpictures.TV.